What's up, YouTube? It's Ben, and here are 4 ways that I've scaled my recruiting agency. All right, guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, dropping comments, all that good stuff. Hey, if you're not in my Facebook group, it's called 6 Figure Recruiters. Link in description. You definitely want to join 10,000 other recruiters, entrepreneurs. You can directly connect with me in the group. I'm very active in there, so definitely join the Facebook group. All right, so the first way that I actually scaled my recruiting agency is having an absolutely obsessive work ethic. Without this, you're probably not going to go anywhere in business whatsoever if you're not focused, if you're not determined, if you're not goal-oriented, and if you're not obsessed about what you're doing, you're not going to scale very far. So having an obsessive work ethic is pretty much a must for any type of business, definitely in recruiting, I can say for sure. With that obsessive work ethic comes a various amount of different things like learning, like understanding concepts, like making a lot of mistakes and learning from those mistakes, bouncing back, taking rejection for breakfast. Like all of these items come with being obsessive. You can't just kind of take an L and then lay down and say, well, I'll get back to it in a week. No, you have to get back to it in like 5 minutes, right? So being absolutely obsessive is what's going to actually take you to 7 figures. Not being lazy, not just kind of sitting around and hoping that it's going to work. You need that obsession to actually drive your scale. When I talk about learning, I'm talking about learning what good clients are, what bad clients are, what mistakes I can learn from, what things that I can do better, right? It's all about an evolution of improvement. So being obsessive with your work ethic means taking those L's but then turning them into W's later on, right? So it's more W's than L's, and that's the game. I've also learned contracts and negotiation and all of those things, right? There's an art to this, right? It's not just like textbook. Yes, you can learn it, but it takes a duration of time, and it also takes actual practice. It doesn't take, just learning it by reading about it. You've got to be doing it. So reaching out to a client, setting up a contract, figuring out what's good or bad for you in that contract, making a couple mistakes, then fixing those mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward. Like I said before, negotiation is a whole other animal, right? So understanding what's good for you, what's good for the client, and ultimately what's best for you in the long run, right? So the right amount of payment. How much am I going to charge for my services? What percentage, right? What is a good guarantee period for a particular position, right? That's a very unique thing to learn. Also, what are good net terms? Do I take my money in 7 days, 14 days, 30 days? What's best for this particular client, this role? Those are things that I was absolutely obsessive about learning and figuring out and finally dialing into an art so that I could scale rapidly and exponentially. All right, so the number 2 way that I scaled my recruiting agency is by conducting stellar business and delivering. All right, so if you think for 1 second that you can create a recruiting agency, create all the, accoutrement that goes with that, all the stuff, right? But then not actually deliver and deliver really, really well, then you are SOL. You're not gonna go very far. Basically, you must deliver on everything that you want to give to your client, and you need to do it in a really, really good fashion, right? Or you're not going to go far. With that being said, stellar business and ultimate excellent delivery is the key here for me scaling my agency. Ultimately, conducting really good business and delivery earns you things, right? Like it earns you a really good reputation. It's also going to earn you legacy clients. And if you don't know what legacy clients are, they're clients that stick with you for years. So I've had clients that stick with me and need my business for the past 5 years consistently, right? Year over year over year. That's income I can count on constantly, right? Of course, I do business development, getting new clients, right? But those legacy clients are always there because I've delivered on an excellent 10 out of 10 basis for them, that they're a no question, no brainer client that wants to come back year over year. Conducting stellar business and delivery earns you just countless and boundless opportunities overall. So when you conduct honest, transparent, straightforward, and direct business with good clients, you're going to get endless opportunities to conduct more of the same. Okay, so the third way that I've scaled my agency is by introducing automation. So there's kind of two buckets here right now, and I'm going to talk about both of them, LinkedIn and email, right? So one is something that I talk about often, which is LinkedIn automation, which is basically a godsend. The other one is email and email automation and campaigns, right? So let's talk about LinkedIn first. If you are not using some form of LinkedIn automation, you're already losing. I know you're losing because you're spending probably around 15 hours or more of time that you don't need to be spending on LinkedIn itself. If you're using a LinkedIn automation tool, something that can visit profiles, connect with profiles, send messages to profiles, and basically get you clients on autopilot on LinkedIn, you're winning. By using that kind of technology, I was probably able to scale my agency 3 to 4x by using simple tools on LinkedIn. And these tools basically grabbed emails for me. They were able to set up connection meetings with people. They were able to basically just start conversations that led to conversions, ultimately scaling my agency while I sleep, quite literally. I'm not joking. So with that being said, automation on LinkedIn is critical. So the other bucket is email automation and email campaigns, right? So this is massive. On top of LinkedIn automation, email automation is something that basically will scale your agency another 3 to 4x on top of LinkedIn automation. If you're not using email automation or email campaigns that basically drip out emails to your prospects or scrape emails off of LinkedIn, like grabbing 1,000 emails or 5,000 emails from LinkedIn, depending on how much you want to do, and then going and sending all of those prospects or potential clients emails on a campaign, like 7 emails in a row, 5 days apart, 4 days apart, whatever you want to do. That right there scaled my agency, again, probably 3 to 4x. Again, automation on the whole is something that you absolutely need to be using. I can say for certain it scaled my agency massively, and automation, again, is the future. I've mentioned this in other videos, but it is 100% something that's going to be a staple in our future as far as recruiters. And if you want to scale your agency, you must have automation in place. All right, so the fourth way that I scaled my recruiting agency would be referrals and repeat business. So this is basically what I like to refer to as the rinse and repeat, right? So if you conduct stellar business and you actually deliver on that business and you are really awesome at what you do, you're gonna get those same clients repeating business with you. They're gonna give you more roles to fill. So this is what I also refer to as legacy clients, and I said that before, but legacy clients are gonna pay you year over year over time. So they're gonna be repeat clients consistently. However, they're also going to give you referrals. And if you're not asking for referrals consistently, you are probably missing out on at least $100,000 a year, if not 200,000, maybe $250,000. Doesn't really matter, but it could be massive. It's definitely going to be a big number. So getting referrals from your current clients that you've already won, that you're already working with, like, hey, so we've delivered on everything. It sounds like, that you're happy. Is there anyone else that you think might value our services as well? That simple question right there can win you 1, 2, 3, or more clients just from that one client right there. Imagine if you were doing it with every single client you worked with. That number is exponential. So those are 4 different ways that I have scaled my recruiting agency into a massive empire. It's the same 4 ways that you can do the same exact thing. With that being said, there are so many other ways to scale your agency, like getting virtual assistants. Often we call them VAs, right? And you can have them doing email for you. You can have them doing automation for you. You can have them doing any kind of outreach, right? Things that maybe you don't want to do or things that you just want to augment and add to. So lots and lots of people that scale to 7 figures use virtual assistants, and that's great. I just happen to not use them, but lots and lots of people build out a team of maybe 1, 2, 3, or even 4 virtual assistants that work on their agency for them so that they can be working on the business and not so much in the business, which is ultimately the goal. All right, guys, so if you got any value out of this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already for more content like this. Hit all the bell alert buttons so that you know every single time I release a brand new video. Until then.